Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Tonight I'd like to share the tale of two garages, the American dream and the threat to that American dream. You know, the first garage was down in Oklahoma, and it's owned by David and his wife, Barbara. And in 1972, David and Barbara borrowed $600, and they began making picture frames in their garage. They had a dream. They said, you know, people might want to buy pre-made frames. There's pictures all the time that people take, and we can do that. And so they enlisted their two sons, Steve and Mart, and they began building those picture frames. And then they opened up a retail location. Actually, it was 300 square feet in size, and they started selling those picture frames. And it was very, very successful. And now their dream has just blossomed into 556 stores in 41 states, and 70 more are scheduled to open this year. They have now what started out in a garage with just David and Barbara and their two sons. They have 16,000 full-time employees. And we all know that store, and I'm sure many of us have been there. It's called Hobby Lobby. We love it. It's expanded now not just to picture frames, but all kinds of art and decorating supplies. And their headquarters is actually located just down the street from that garage in Oklahoma City. The other garage is over in Pennsylvania, and it is owned by Norman and Elizabeth Hahn. They have three sons, Norman, Anthony, and Kevin. And in 1964, about 40 years ago, they too had a dream. And they started in their garage making high-quality doors and wood components for kitchen cabinets. You know, they said, we can do this, and let's do it. And so they started working hard and expanding. And from their modest beginnings in just a small garage in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, they have now grown to be one of the industry leaders in wholesale wood products for kitchen cabinets. They have 5 facilities located in the United States in 3 states, Pennsylvania, North Carolina, and Washington. And what started out as 5 family members, they now have 950 full-time employees. It is truly an encouraging sign that the American dream is live and well. And something else these two garages and these two families, David and Barbara Green, as well as Norman and Elizabeth Hahn, have in common is that they care for not only their customers and having a high-quality product, but they also care about their employees. They both have provided a lot of high-quality benefits to their employees, paying them well and also providing health care for years, as well as other benefits. But, you know, sadly to say, both of these businesses and both of these families are in trouble, and these businesses are in jeopardy of having to close, not because of the economy. Like I said, Hobby Lobby is actually planning to open 70 more stores. There's a need. People want their products. It's not because of any other reason other than, sadly, the government. The government is threatening these American businesses, what we need more of, that are providing good jobs and providing health care. They are in jeopardy of closing because our government passed, and our representatives a few years ago, passed the President's Health Care Takeover Law. And part of that was a mandate that said, if you provide health insurance for your employees, you have to include abortion-inducing drugs. It doesn't matter that you already had a good policy that your employees liked. You have to do that. And if you don't, you're going to be fined, not just a little bit, but a lot. I have a poster here I want to show you that shows the injustice of this mandate. We have 2 numbers here, 36,500, 2,000. Here's the situation for these 2 families. The Obamacare law says that if you don't provide health care for your employees, we're going to fine you $2,000 an employee. But if you do provide health insurance for your employees, but just don't include the abortion-inducing drugs, then we're going to fine you $36,500. $500. Where is the justice in that? Where's the common sense? I'm from Missouri, and we're the show me state. Show me how this makes any sense at all. This is the situation that faces the Hahn family and the Green family. They are providing their health insurance coverage. They're conscious, and due to their beliefs, they believe that all life is valuable. And they don't want to be complicit in paying for potentially life-ending drugs. And because of that, our government is going to fine them this amount of money, $36,500 per employee, which sadly could put both businesses out of work. And we'd have tens of thousands of people across this country out of work just because of this government takeover of health care. It is wrong. You know, we have a long-standing tradition in this country of following something here. It's in the Constitution. It's an amazing little document that our founders started. But you know, the very first amendment to the Constitution establishing our rights lays out the importance of religious liberty. It says, Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof. Our country has always upheld religious freedom and the right to exercise and live according to your belief. There are examples everywhere where we have done this before, up until this point. Employees have been able to take off on Sundays or religious holidays. That has been respected. Crosses and other religious symbols have been respected. Certain special activity restrictions like kosher foods have been honored. Not working certain days, Sabbath, have been honored. There's even a religious conscientious objector provision where we have honored people's religious beliefs regarding military service. Always, our country has upheld the Constitution first and held that sacred. That is our religious right to live free. Yet the Pilgrims come to this country. Why? So they could have religious freedom. It is the foundation our country's been built on. And yet, it is being jeopardized, trampled on, and attacked by the Affordable Care Act. Now, tomorrow, the U.S. Supreme Court is going to hear the case of these two American families and see if they can be forced by their government to go against their religious moral objections. This is a historic moment. It's one that will have ramifications forever in our country. What do we stand for? What will we allow our government to do and inflict on our lives? And it's why my colleagues and I are here tonight, is to share the concerns we have as we stand up for the people that we represent and for what our founders started this country on, and why we want to stand for future generations to protect those freedoms that those who've gone before us stood up and fought for us, for our generation. And we hope and pray that the Supreme Court will uphold the Constitution and will not jeopardize it or trample on it. So I thank my colleagues for coming tonight, and I would like to ask my friend Bob Latta to share his thoughts on this very important historic moment.